Hi everyone, this is going to be the video review for this rider, RDP-JS34 Jigsaw. I'm going to be reviewing this, showing off you the features and functions of this thing has to offer, and then I'll get into cutting with this saw. The first feature I have it's got a trigger and also a trigger lock. So a nice comfortable trigger they press on, and also a trigger lock. So you don't have to hold your finger on the trigger. It has a dust port. It has a adjustable pendulum action. It also has a variable speed ranging from minimum all the way up to the maximum speed setting, which is 5, as you can see right there. It also has adjustable pendulum action, so it has 0, and then it has the oscillating, so apart from it going up and down, it also does a sort of circular-esque motion where it pushes the blade backwards and forwards as it's going up and down. It has a protective blade guard, as you can see right here. And it also has a quick release of your blade. So it's very quick to release the blade. As you can see, it has a dust extraction port on the back. You can attach a dust extractor to this thing. And it also has, if I remove single-handedly the dust chute, you will be able to, well, I can't remember, but you'll just have to trust me. It has an adjustable base so that you can adjust it from 0 to 45 degrees either way. So you can adjust it from 0 to 45 degrees this way, or 0 to 45 degrees that way. It also, as you can see, has a laser right there. It has a laser, guys, so that helps you to track while you're cutting. It also comes with a side guide, which you don't need to see. It also comes with a storage for your tool holder and your blades that goes on this port on the back right here above the distraction system, but I feel like there's no point of showing you that because you know what those look like on our jigsaws. It also has a variable pendulum action, which is quite a cheap one. This is even though it's called Rider Pro, it is not. It just doesn't feel like a high quality jigsaw because of this. But it does have some very, very good features. The changeable blade, if I can do this single-handedly, as you can see, it is just your average typical you can easily change the blades on this. It also it comes with quite a good lengthy cord. It also has the option for the blower function, as you can see right here, so you can have your blower on or blower off, so it can blow your dust as you're cutting. It can blast forward, or it can so you can set it so it blasts the dust chips and stuff like that, and the dust away. But you can also set it on none so that you don't want it because you have a dust extraction port on the back. And that's pretty much it. It does come with a side guide which mounts on here. This is where your side guide goes onto. And also there is the laser, as you can see right there. And it also has the front, which you can get out of the way so that it makes it easier for changing your blade. It also has this stop right here, which you can stop which stops this from clashing into this, possibly, and that's pretty much all there is to it, apart from the exhaust vents on the back, and also this torque light. So this probably is the torque light for when you're pushing too hard, it gets jammed, and that is probably like some sort of indicator, or to indicate you that you're pushing the jigsaw too hard along the piece of wood that you're cutting. That's pretty much all the features that I have to point out to you. So yeah, those are pretty much all the basic features you have to know about this. The ergonomic of this is pretty comfortable. Well, it's probably just a little bit sharp right here, but just a tiny little bit. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, now I'm going to be showing you how it cuts. So with my first test, I'm going to be cutting up a piece of wood with a blade that looks like this. A Parkside clean wood blade. That is the blade I'm going to use. I'm not going to use the included blade for this because I want to see how it goes with one of these blades with a clean wood blade, because the first test I'm going to do is some wood that I actually need to use for a project. So that should be pretty interesting how it goes. And on the first test, I'm going to have it on the 0 degree for the pendulum action, because I don't want it to move back and forth, or because because it's for fun, because on the first test I'm going to be using it for something that actually is important, so I don't want it to destroy it. Yeah, by adjusting onto the pendulum action, and yeah, that should be interesting. So work for let's go color the thing and see how vibrating it feels. My first test, I'm gonna have it on speed setting 5. And on the dial, I'm gonna have the laser guide on, and as you can see, it does run. Well, I'm gonna see how well it cuts with this new Parkside clean wood cutting. Sure. Yeah, let's see how well it cuts. So let's go. So as you can see, it cuts very well for that type of wood on the maximum speed setting, which is fine. This is a brand new blade and everything. But that's time to go and do the next wood. Wait. So as you can see, it cuts through that wood really well. Sometimes to see how it cuts through this different type of wood, and sometimes to see how well it cuts on a slightly slower speed. I found speed setting 3 and so on. It's setting 3. Yeah. Let's go. I've left it on the full oscillation mode, which means it should go really, really fast. And I'm also going to try on the highest speed setting, which is speed setting 5. I got the laser guide on. Let's whack through this timber. I'm going to just basically cut out for firewood, so I don't really care about it. And show you how, and I'll tell you how much it vibrates after this test. And one of my thoughts are also. Now, as you see in the video, this cuts really well. And it cuts really, really good. It's a little bit struggling at sometimes, but it does cut quite well and efficient. Now, the blades that I use for the test are not the blades that it comes with. They are the blades which are from Parkside, and I just decided to use these blades just to test out these new blades with this tool. So I didn't use the blade that came included with the tool because I wanted to use some different blades just to see how it performs with these because I just want to see how well it performs with different blades on it. But it does perform very well with different blades. Now, on most of the tests that I had this tool on, it was on the maximum speed setting, and on the very last test, I had it on the maximum pendulum action. So this thing was moving back and forward. So apart from just doing an up and down motion, it was also doing back and forward. So it sort of creates an elliptical effect. And it cut really well, and I really like this. I really like this jigsaw, and it cut perfectly well with this blade and this blade right here. This blade, I used it to cut up some wood, which I would use for fire. This I cut for much more delicate stuff. That's what it's designed for, as you can see on the teeth of it. The teeth are quite a bit more, as you can see right there. As you can see, is that the teeth are quite a bit more delicate, and they are for delicate cutting. These are for this blade is for much more. This is for cutting out really quickly. We just need to put on the highest oscillation mode. We just need to wreck through some stuff. Get rid of the stuff that you don't need, or you don't need. First of all, we just need to remove the stuff that you don't need. This, and then you come along with this blade and do the much more finer work. As you see, this blade is quite a bit more worn in. Both of these blades are new, or were new. And so I decided to use them on this tool. This tool is feeling fairly hot, so it does get pretty warm. The vibrations were a little bit high, but not too bad. And as you saw, there was the laser guide right there. It was really performing quite well on the laser guide. It's also got And like I said earlier, the blade, when I put on the zero pendulum action, when I put on the zero pendulum action right there, when I put on the zero pendulum action was, I put on the first test I did, it was for precision work or a project that I needed to do delicately. And so I put on the 0 mark, and so it was just going up and down. It wasn't doing the pendulum action. When I needed to go through a lot of wood, some wood that I didn't really care about how it turned out, that's the position you set it in. It's got 3 pendulum actions. The first pendulum action is, of course, the lowest, second is medium, and the third is the highest pendulum action going back and forward to quickly cut through your material. And so that is the setting that I have it on right now, or that I had it on for the last test. For the first test, it was on the 0 because I was cutting wood for an actual project. So it cut really well on the 0 marker. On this marker, I just needed to get rid of some wood that I was going to use for a fire. And so I put on this setting and it cut really well. As you see, is that I haven't used it with our side rail. I didn't really need to use it anyway because it wasn't even going to work anyway because it wasn't going to fit. Overall, what do I think of this saw? It is a really good jigsaw by Ryder. It performs really well at the task that it's designed to do. The trigger lock is a really good trigger lock. As you can see, it locks in the trigger very well. The grip on the top right here is soft and it feels very nice. As you see the click there by me releasing the trigger lock. That's a very neat, handy feature. The speed dial is very good too if you're doing more delicate things and you don't really want to go and blow through all of it. Then you can set it on the minimum setting. It's got a total of 6 different settings. There is the minimum setting, and then you can go all the way up to the 5th setting. The 5th setting goes off with a little bit of a click. As you see right there, there's the 5 right there, which means it's the 5th setting. And I didn't test with this extraction because I don't have a vacuum cleaner or a dust port to actually put it on here. Well, there's a dust port, but I don't have an adapter, and I don't think the vacuum cleaner that I have right now, by him, which is next to me, sort of. I don't think that will fit on this jigsaw, but overall, I think it's a really good jigsaw. A little bit vibraty, but it is a very good jigsaw. So I don't know how much it costs, but I'm not too sure how much it costs, but I'm sure that would not cost more than 89, somewhere thereabouts. I'm pretty sure it won't cost more than 100. It'd be concerned that this is a jigsaw from Ryder. It's not a jigsaw from Bosch and stuff like that. So this is a pretty cheap jigsaw. So if you just want to buy a cheap jigsaw, buy this jigsaw. It does the job. But if you really want it, buy it. It does the job quite good. It does the job very good or quite good. And buy some extra blades, but it will not come with these blades. It will come with a blade included. I just wanted to test it with these blades, but you can buy additional blades for this, and it can pretty much be fit with any sort of blade as long as it has the T as this style of connector right there. That is what actually goes into the blade later. Rear, and so you can use it with these Parsite blades. It does come with a blade included, but you can use it with these ones. This one I used to just absolutely go through some wood. The wood that I don't care about, the wood that is for fire, I just blow through it with this blade. For the more delicate stuff that I wanted to keep, this is the blade that I use. It's a fine tooth blade, much finer than this. And so this is for precision this is for firewood, or for the wood that that's not gonna be too important for you to keep that wall. Well, this is a really good tool. An absolute thumbs up to this tool. It's a really good tool. It has really good features. The only complaint is this. This is stiff as heck. I have lots of trouble with this. This is too stiff. If of a turning knob, it just feels wrong. This is a really stiff knob. I don't know if you could tell, but this was a really stiff knob. I don't know if you can tell right now, but I'm having some troubles turning this knob. This is not a comfortable knob at all. So this is not it's not a very good knob for you to turn. I've had quite a few issues with this knob. Not for the fact that not that it wants to break, but for the fact that it is so stiff. It is such a stiff knob. All the other jigsaws that I see sold by our companies have a way more better system than this. Ryder have decided to go for this style, which I personally think is an absolutely horrible, or not horrible, but it's absolutely, I mean, my God, this is absolutely stiff as heck. This is not a comfortable knob at all. It's not comfortable to adjust the pendulum action. It is not comfortable on the fingers. It is quite sharp. I don't know if it's not actually that sharp, but it is a little bit sharp. I can feel the sharpness of this, and it just feels very uncomfortable. It just doesn't feel nice at all. That is the only negative about this. But it is quite a big deal for me, because if I need to change the optimum angle, the optimum position for this, and I need to change that can be a really big deal for you guys. So this, if you're looking for easily changing the position of the blade, of the optimum pendulum action, this is not a good thing. This is not a good system. This pendulum action dial, to me, it feels like it was just like an afterthought. Like they were, let's just put a knob there so that for the intended purposes of there being a knob, so they can't claim that there's nothing there at all. Also, there's an adjustable pendulum angle. There is, but it's a really poor one. Absolutely horrible. Really horrible when you need to turn it. I don't like this. No, not right here. But I still do like this jigsaw. That is the only negative about this. If you have to, and that is pretty much it for this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you got any questions or answers about this tool, comment them down below. For me, this was quite a good tool, but this right here just ruins it. It is a very stiff knob. It feels like it's about to break. It doesn't feel nice on the hands at all. Especially when you have it on the 0, it is absolutely almost completely impossible to turn without you having to break the knob. That is the only negative, but it is quite a big deal. If you have any comments or thoughts about this, and if you have this jigsaw, please let me know. If yours one has this problem, that's pretty much all for me. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below what you think about this tool. And I'll see you all in the next video for the next review, and probably the next review that I'm going to make is probably going to be a boss one. So stay tuned, like and subscribe, and also comment down below under this video. That is all for me. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.